Forum. Eagle Forum believes in limited government, and we want to know if there is, the first question is about affordable housing in the islands. And the question that I have is the solution to affordable housing more regulation and taxation?
We have 2 minutes, right?
Say again?
We have, how long do you have?
That's right, and so you have 2 minutes, and then you have 1 minute to respond each.
Okay. Hey, thanks for asking that question, Rick. I'm on a committee right now that we're taking a hard look at housing. It's a committee that is made up of a select group of people. It's basically the owners of Island Market, the owners of the Orcas store, King's Market, and some other people that are constantly hiring people. What we're looking at that is, my solution is not through more taxation. My solution is through looking at our land use, looking at our comprehensive plan, we're getting ready to do that, and look at attractive ways to have partnerships between the private developers and the county, whatever we can do to make that happen, to make it, invite the private developers to come and do the building. We need to make it attractive. We need to provide land to do the buildings on. Also, we got to take a hard look at thinking outside the box as well too. Do we want to use clustering when we're looking at the comprehensive plan? What do we want to take a look at? But I believe we can do it through land use, and it's just generally housing. What's really hurt our rental market, as you all know, that we're sitting here, is the Airbnbs. You know, the vacation rentals. That has pretty much taken a lot of the affordable rentals off of the market. We need to stimulate that market again, and I think the only way we're going to do that is through land use regulations in our comp plan. When we bring the comp plan forward to take a look at it, and we have to think outside of the box. Also, what are we doing with as the land bank consumes property, we lose the building, I guess the right term would be the building rights or the building units. We need to look at redistributing those building units. And do we need to redistribute them around our UGAs, where we need to do that? Thank you. I don't think Ralph has time with me.
Sure, you have 1 minute to
5
respond.
seconds to go.
Oh, 1 minute?
So in my career, usually when we're trying to solve a problem, we look first at the cause, and we know that the increased tourism is a lot of the cause. Friends that work in town notice that there are more people sooner. All that has pushed, like Bob said, for the conversion of normal rentals to vacation rentals. I don't believe there should be a flat-out property tax to resolve the problem, but I do think there should be a balance. The more we advertise, the more people we're going to get, and it's just going to exacerbate the problem. And so I'm a big fan of taking any kind of lodging tax, or even later on when the land bank comes back up for a vote, why couldn't that excise tax be split? How much longer are we going to bank land and take away those densities? And so there could be a balance. I think we really need to look at the whole picture and balance each thing. And like Bob said, it's got to go somewhere, so we need to identify properties and rezone or allow for multifamily housing. I know Land Bank, or the Homes for Islanders does a great job, but those are all single family, and it only caters to people that can afford to buy a home. And so I think there needs to be more rental units.
Let's see, there's another mic there that Frank and you guys can share.
Well, 2 minutes is nowhere near long enough to answer this question. But the government can't solve this problem. Look at the waste management problem they had, which is like an essential public facility issue. And the first thing they're doing now to try and solve this problem is turning it over to a new committee led by somebody in the government. They should have turned it over to like our Housing Advisory Board. And I'll just give you an example of probably how I think they would have solved it or start looking at solving it. And that's if you want it done quickly, because private business is the only thing that can get this done quickly. They would say something like, we need to solve this by getting a housing trust fund. And then they would set about how to actually do that. And they would do that by getting all of the interested parties that have something to gain and something to lose into the same room and get them to invest in solving the problem. And the people that they would get in the room would have to be the builders, it would have to be the low-income people, they would be providing the rent, the builders could possibly provide some equity, they could get their labor, and maybe they could provide some equity of their profits. The employers, they'd have to get the town of Friday Harbor and San Juan County into the room, and they would have to do a survey of land and property available. They would have to, all the principals would have to be there and figure out how to finance this thing, because without the funds, you're going nowhere. The solutions, the coordination, and the financing would happen if all those people got into the room, and it would happen very quickly. 2011, Planning Commission came up with findings of what to do with essential public facilities and commercial land. Nothing has happened, period. Government can't solve this problem. And I have much more to say, but I'm getting weighed down.
Steve?
Thank you. Taxation and regulation are tools. They're not solutions. It can be designed and fashioned so that you get the most out of the money that you can get private industry to put into it. People have to make money from housing. We're not going to have public housing in this county that's going to solve any kind of problems. You've got to find a way to have people, developers and construction people and businesses be able to construct housing that they can make money from. And I very much agree that you have to find the major employers in this county have to be investors in it. You have to get Roche Harbor, the grocery stores, Opalco, the big guys, to be able to make money from investing in housing. You can do that, there's ways to do that. There's all kinds of methods and strategies to bring about a regime of expanding housing. And I think it can be done. I'm not sure about all the strategies. What you have to do is you have to go through it step by step and piece by piece. All the taxes and the regulations have to be fashioned to make it happen. Thank you.